They dropped him on the edge of the white continent. No ceremony, no speech, no return ship. The sky above was a hard pale blue, the kind that hurt to look at, the kind that promised nothing. The aliens called the world Carvel, Class 4 Death World. Permafrost surface, violent fauna, unstable tectonics. The sentence was exile, permanent, for crimes he did not commit. His name was Elias Marr, human, civil engineer, former citizen of the Union. The shuttle left a crate, basic tools, a thermal tarp, 3 ration bars, a broken heater that did not heat. Then the shuttle rose, engines screamed, the sky swallowed it, silence followed. The cold came next. It slid into his boots, crawled up his legs, bit his fingers, pulled the breath from his lungs. Elias did not scream. Screaming wasted heat. He moved. That was the first rule. Motion meant life. He dragged the crate behind a jagged ridge of black stone, volcanic, old, still warm. If you pressed your palm to it, that warmth saved him the first night. He built no shelter yet. His hands shook too badly. Instead, he wrapped himself in the tarp, pressed against the stone, counted his breaths. The stars came out sharp and cruel. He thought of Earth, green rain, warm kitchens, ovens. He slept in pieces. The second day was worse. Wind arrived. Not loud, not fast. Just endless. It scoured skin, stripped heat, turned minutes into pain. Elias explored. The land was wrong. Ice fields broken by rock spines. Steam vents that hissed like predators. Bones frozen into the ground. Big bones, not all were old. Tracks crossed the snow. 6-limbed, heavy, fresh. He marked them in his mind. Avoided them. Food was the problem. Rations would last 3 days. If he rationed them, then nothing. He found no plants, no insects, only ice and stone. By the third night he knew the truth. The winter was meant to break him. It was designed that way. Alien exile doctrine was simple. Let the planet do the killing. No blood on their hands. Elias refused. On the 4th day he found the cave. It was not deep, just a crack in the basalt. But the wind could not reach inside. More important, the floor was warm, geothermal, barely, but enough. He worked until his fingers bled. Stone against stone, slow, patient. He shaped a ring, stacked slabs, left a narrow mouth, a stone oven. It took 2 days. He fed it with scrub ice soaked in mineral oil from the heater core. It burned dirty. It burned weak. But it burned. For the first time since exile. He was warm. Warmth gave clarity. Clarity gave hope. He set traps near steam vents. Used wire from the crate. Weighted with stone. On the 7th day, a trap snapped. The creature inside screamed. It was small, furred, 6 eyes. Too many teeth. A cub. It thrashed weakly, starved, ribs showing beneath blue, grey fur. Its mother was nowhere. Elias froze. Carvel predators were not animals. They were classified as hyper-aggressive, MEGAFAUNA. Kill on sight. That was the briefing. The cub collapsed, not dead. Just empty. Elias lowered the knife. He saw himself in that creature. Abandoned, condemned, left to freeze. He carried it to the cave. It hissed, snapped, could barely lift its head. He set it near the oven. Far enough to be safe, close enough to share heat. He broke his last ration bar, half for him. Half crushed and mixed with warm water, he slid the paste toward the cub. On a flat stone it stared, did not move. Minutes passed, then a thin tongue flicked out. A taste. Another dot the cub ate. Elias leaned back against the cave wall. That night the cub slept, curled tight, breathing steady. Elias slept too. The next days changed everything. The cub followed him. At a distance, always watching, he named it Ash, for the color of its fur. For the fire that saved them both. Ash grew stronger. With strength came hunting. Ash brought him things. Small tunnel creatures. Steam lizards. Once even a winged crawler. Elias cooked everything in the oven. The smell carried other predators came close. Then stopped. Ash stood at the cave mouth, back straight. Teeth bared. No one crossed that line. Weeks passed. The winter deepened. Storms howled. Ice buried the land. Inside the cave was warmth. Stone held heat. Ash held watch. Elias improved the oven. Added channels. Better airflow. Hotter burn. He baked meat. Dried it. Stored it. He carved tools, hooks, blades, needles. He stitched fur into clothing. Human. Ingenuity did what exile could not erase. The aliens watched. Orbital sensors recorded heat. Signatures, movement, impossible survival metrics. They debated. Some called it an error. Others called it a threat. On the 91st day they sent a drone. It hovered above the cave, silent, watching. Ash growled. Elias stepped forward. He did not hide. The drone broadcast a message. Return possible. Conditional pardon. Submit to retrieval. Elias laughed. It cracked his lips. It hurt. He looked at the oven. At the cave. At Ash. He sent one message back. No, he added data. Thermal maps. Ovens. Survival logs. He titled the file. How to live where you were meant to die. The drone left. The winter did not. Years passed. Ash grew. Huge, towering, scarred, loyal. Elias aged. Slower, still stubborn. They became part of the world. The predators learned. The storms adapted. The planet changed. Then ships came, not exile. Ships. Colonial ships. Humans had read the data. They saw what stone and fire could do, what refusal could build. They landed near the cave. Elias stood. Ash beside him. The first human child ran forward, laughing, unafraid. The winter had failed. It was meant to break him. Instead, it forged a home, and humanity followed the fire. Asterisk.